we need to mute anything? Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon.
You were so funny.
Rotate your device. We got 5 different platforms we're going to be broadcasting live from.
And delete. Delete.
I like that.
What you like?
I like to see people making an impact.
Go live.
I like to see people making a difference, man. It's dope, man. My friend sent me this thing. Denzel Washington said, he said, your life was not created to make a living. Your life was created to make a difference. Come on. So this is stuff I was putting in that Bidoc group.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, man. IPOs today.
IPOs today, baby.
So we're going to be looking at this phone or we're going to be looking on there?
I'm going to be looking at this one. Okay.
Hey, Kim.
Hey, Kim.
Sit down and do a watch party.
Do your watch party. Do your watch party. Do your watch party. Hey, Tim. I'm trying to get all these different. Randy and Sharanda. We sure appreciate you all chiming in this afternoon. We're trying to get used to these different cameras we gotta look on.
We're getting it together. All right, let's go. Starting. Watch party.
Y'all having technical difficulties. Always.
All right.
We're trying to see how we can make these work.
That's cool. I like that. You got a clamp back there?
No. That's what I was trying to do.
Oh, I hope it works.
That would be nice too. That's what I was trying to do. Oh, you know what? We got that gummy drop back there. Why you get you? Okay.
We need to try.
Yeah, we do. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, this is way too high up. If we can get that to stay right there, we'd be good. Hey, Guanoya, Janoya. I hope I said that correctly.
Popping, man. What's up? Oh, I think we good.
We all on so many different cameras right now, so y'all just kind of work with us, okay?
What's up, Trevor, Allison, Ken? What's popping, man?
We're trying to get all this on here so we can get everything working.
Awesome, man.
Like it's supposed to be.
Put my eyes out.
Okay, so Winfred joined, but I'm trying to see what he joined on my laptop. Let me see, I can do an invite. Is that the Android? Yeah. We are jamming to just some summer barbecue R&B mix. Right. I'm trying to find Winfred.
I'm about to put his name in the search. Kim, I already shared it.
We sure appreciate you, Miss Kim.
Hey, Winfred, where's your name at?
Like for real, Winfred?
Hey, you know, no lie. I was sitting up here thinking, I wanted to get some gummy bears. Maybe that's the song.
Oops. F-R-E-D.
Okay,
Did I do it? No. What's your new email address? Everybody's texting at the same time. Come on. This is why we try to log in beforehand, guys, so that way we can kind of take care of stuff like this. F-R-E-D.
Oh, yep. Oh, did it not pop up?
There we go.
There we go. All right.
Kim Hush. She's talking about a tripod. That's what we said, girl. She's so funny.
What? Ain't that what it's called?
Yeah, tripod.
Yeah, the tripod like hold your phone up like
Hold
a
the
camera,
phone.
but you can get one for
And
the
I have one, but I have one that's on that.
What's up, Casanova?
I'm not feeling it.
Eric, what's good, man?
Winfred, we're trying to get you on here. Where are you at?
All right. Send a wave to all my people, man.
Yeah, wave at all you folks.
I'm a
Tell me
people.
say hello. We said hello.
Hello, people. Hello.
Hello. Winfred, I need an invite, sir. I sent you
Come
an
on,
invite
man.
so we can get on here. I'm here, but I'm trying to get you in. Where are you at? Send me an invite.
So last week we're gonna be doing this. At least for a little bit of time. I forgot
No,
I had to be on
the next time we will be definitely doing something totally different.
doing the class.
We're definitely doing the class. I cannot wait for that. Winfred, I'm trying to get you invited in here, sir, so we can get you started. Where you at, bro? Where is he at? Watching. Okay, but wait, I need you in here, Winfred.
All right. Yes. There we go.
I think you coming on in here, Winfred. It says adding, connecting. All right, here we go.
Boom.
Woo!
You gotta put your headphones in.
Don't forget your headphones, Winfred, so you don't get no back feedback. You cracks me up. We just got some jam going on with some summer barbecue R&B mix. Somebody randomly I found on YouTube.
That should make you feel like you still got your groove.
Don't you still got your
I
groove?
still got it,
I
man.
know that's right.
I went to Eric's wedding. You know, you just always that dance flow.
Mhm.
And you got these certain songs that come on. You like, I just don't know if I'm comfortable with this. But it's like if that Hey Big Girl come on, okay, I got this. Or if the Cupid Shuffle come on, I'm like, Cupid Shuffle? I'm about to body this Cupid Shuffle, bro. I'm probably the best. It's like, bro, all you gotta do is follow directions and throw like a little swag in it. Just a little bit.
I feel you. My
You know
head is
what I'm saying?
already pounding.
You know there's certain people that will not dance, but if that Cupid Shuffle come on, bro.
Yes, like, oh my
Listen,
damn, get out there and start
I was
sliding.
created for the Cupid Shuffle, baby. It makes me feel like I still got it, baby. You know what I'm saying? Make you feel like you still got it.
Woo! Oh my gosh, this was funny. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna go ahead and dive on into this thing here.
Mom is watching.
Your mom is watching. Hey, mom.
Hey, Mom. Karen is watching. That's awesome.
Hey, Kyle, Kajo. What's going on with you, bro? We're glad to have you all joining us this Thursday afternoon. He said I'm weak. Well, we pray that you get some strength, brother. Okay.
Yes.
So today, I am having the honor to close out this month of June. You guys, we're closing out the second quarter of the year. We are at the end. And so if you've made it through the first 6 months of 2019, kudos to you.
Yes.
To the right. One hop this time. Okay, did you come with the crisscross?
You know how really it is when you hear the claps and not even no music playing. How low can you go?
Y'all is crazy. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Alton, cut it out.
Yeah, he's showing out.
Anyway, Y'all so funny, but that's what I love what we do.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. This is Sunny. This is Neighborhood Jams with Sunny Ponsil, and I'm your host, Sunny Ponsil. And I got my co-hosts with me today, Mr. Donelle Cole from Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And then I do have Mr. Winfred Burns, who's up there in Chi-Town.
Yeah.
So I got to start out by saying thank you guys for tuning again. As a licensed realtor, Neighborhood Jams is one of those things that I have taken a passion to. It's one of those that I like to put on a platform, a podcast platform, to educate the community on more than just on real estate. So I wanted to broaden it. This entire month, we had so much fun as we have had the opportunity to talk about the financial industry, the stocks, the bonds, and we're going to recap at the end for all of you that missed the last 3-4 weeks. If you missed it, you missed a lot of information. I encourage you to go back and take a look at our videos. They're on my social media platform of YouTube. Follow me on my YouTube channel, subscribe. You also can find on my Neighborhood Jams platform on social Facebook, as well as on Sunny Pouncil as well. So can't start this without thanking my sponsor. So thank you, Morningstar Storage over Kristen Harris, for giving away 2 months free of any size unit. It will come with a cylinder lock, a roll of tape, and a Morningstar tote. Miss Sylvia Love was sharing and spreading the love like madhouse crazy with her butter cookies here in Oklahoma. So if you are here in Oklahoma and you're getting those butter cookies, I hope that you are taking the time to enjoy those. Please, please, please support your girl. We love you. And of course, you get a half a dozen of the cookies. And of course, there's some flavors here. And you get to choose 2 of those 8 or so flavors that she's doing. I am got to thank my remote podcast location, Solutions here in Edmond, Oklahoma. So thank you, Solutions. I'm always a big fan of Solutions. So I thank you guys. So we are for Solutions. They're doing a certificate of 1 hour of studio time. So right here where we're doing the live podcast, they have a studio right here where you can get an hour. And then of course we have the $199 30-60-second promo video for those that are in business. This is awesome for you to take a look at. Definitely you can use that as well. I mean, isn't it?
Yes,
I mean, it seems like it's just blowing up when I get on live every time, but I thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
I thank you for the business. So anyway, and thank you, Victoria Huggins from Studio 89, giving away 1 hour massage. Who doesn't need a massage this day and time? As much stress as we go through on a daily basis, you need some time to unwind. And she's actually doing a promo section right now for $39 or $35.
$35 for the first get. Ooh, I wish I would have.
So you need to catch a hold of that if you are here in Oklahoma. Get in contact with Victoria Huggins. She's doing some amazing things. Also, thank my girl Joy Poteet from Enjoy Natural, who's doing hair care products as well as skincare lines. And then last but not least, Ace LeBeau with Get Genius Academy. We thank you so much for our trip for 2 to either Las Vegas or Cancun. So again, I'll have to thank my co-hosts today, Mr. Donelle Winfred. We're diving into IPOs today. IPOs, I found out, is the initial public offering. So it's another part of a trade. And so, yes, I did some research, okay?
Okay.
I'm one of those that like to do it.
Sunny ready? Come on.
So what we got today, gentlemen, I'm here ready to take some notes. I'm a student today.
Hey, listen, man, I already went first the past few weeks. I'm going to let Winfred start it off. Come on, let's do it.
All right, Winfred, what you got, bro?
Initial public offering. What does that mean? Transition from a company being privately held, which means it's owned by individuals and companies. Individuals or companies working with capital. People call owned by them. And in that phase, there are what we call accredited investors. What we call accredited investors. And what an accredited investor is someone who has
certain amount of assets,
annual income of $250,000 or has a net worth of at least $2 billion.
Yes.
So what would happen is when a company wants to raise money in the private phase, so if let's just say the 3 of us are a family, 3 of us will put our money in and own the company, and then we can say, okay, hey, we need to raise more money, so let's go to somebody else who's an accredited investor, angel investor, kind of like what you see on Shark Tank.
Right, exactly. Right.
What you see on Shark Tank, and get money from them. They come in and they give us their money for percentage ownership. So we do that for a while, and now we say, hey, we need to raise more money. And so what we want to take this public, or when we can make more money by taking
Mhm.
public, and turn it into where we're selling shares
Mhm.
of the company.
Right.
Put on the stock exchange. That process is called IPO process. So it now turns from a private company that's owned by a few people to a public company where it's going to be publicly traded on an exchange where anybody who is on this exchange can go and buy and have ownership of the company. So
Mhm.
that is, now there's a process, of course, the IPO phase, which is the basics of it is you start a bank, you find a bank that's going to buy it, and they do their due diligence, and they price it, and
Yeah.
stabilization,
Mhm.
and then from there, then it's the transition where you can buy. So that's
Right.
the process. I won't get into it all.
Yeah.
Just of it is somebody has to, a bank has to buy it.
Right.
Cameras we gotta look on. 3 minutes ago.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So IPO is saying we're going from a privately held company to a publicly traded company.
Okay.
And now your shareholders, so remember when we talked about stocks,
Ownership.
you own a share of
Right.
stock, you have ownership, you have voting rights, things like that. Now when you're a privately held company, just the people who those investors own get to make all the decisions. But when you become public, everybody who owns
Right.
stock now gets to be a part of the decision making.
Right.
So you lose some control.
Right.
You lose, but you get the money that you need.
Right.
Okay. So that's what the process of going from private to public and why IPO.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Publicly traded company.
Yeah. And so basically what it is like whenever a company decides they want to expand, like he was mentioning, one of the ways they do it is through the IPO. There's two different things about it. What I've been looking as far as the IPO is that initially there is the pre-IPO where they are kind of private. They have the angel investors. And a lot of the things that they do as far as accumulation is kind of like a beta test where they have certain things that they overcome. They want to expand. They accumulate a lot of debt. And then some companies that accumulate a lot of debt as far as their operation during that period, they decide that they want to go and become public. So one of the awesome things about registering with it's not an easy thing either that I've looked at.
Doing IPOs?
Yeah, doing IPOs are not easy because you have to register with the Security Exchange Commission, which is the SEC. Basically, be appointed with FINRA. There's a lot of federal regulation that goes into it, but the thing that's interesting about it is once you decide that you want to transition over into going public, is that you have to post all of your trade secrets, tax information, business practices. All these things are now given over to the public.
Wow.
And so a lot of times, a lot of people look at IPOs and they think, okay, awesome, I'm gonna jump on this, right? But the things about it is initially when you look at a stock and it becomes public, let's say Facebook, for example, it becomes public and then for about 3 or 4 weeks is really high just because of speculation. And then after that, it drops really low. And it's a common thing because whenever you're doing an IPO for the angel investors and the institutional investors, it may be like your Ameritrade or Edward Jones, the big brokerages that have a certain amount of assets on hand. You have to have a certain amount of money to be able to invest it, whether it be like 100,000. Some of them have 100,000, some have $250,000, and then some of them have different requirements. Like you have to be able to trade 35 times in 1 year. So some of them have different speculations, but a lot of those that do the pre-IPO, they have to have a certain period where they have to hold the stock. And so let's say you decide you want to buy the pre-IPO or you want to invest in it, you may be required to hold a stock for 90 days or up to 2 years, depending on what you buy, just so that company has that type of investment to be able to expand their resources.
Okay.
So sometimes when people buy into it, you will see a skyrocket. And I'm just saying this for people that decide they want to invest and they're new to it, because there's some of the mistakes that I made. I seen some stocks that were growing. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Why would you not buy into this, right? Mm-hmm. And so you buy into it and you think that your stock is going to keep on rising. And then all of a sudden it drops by like 50%, and you'll be like, dude, what the heck just happened?
Right.
And so when you're looking at it, it would be a good opportunity to look at some of those records with the SEC. Look and see how they're filed. You can see the profit margin. A good tool would be Morningstar. And so this is free. If you go on to Morningstar, you can actually look up the company. You can see what rating they have, what standard they have. You can see if they have debt. You can see their profit margin. You can see what kind of shares of stock, which we mentioned, the different classifications. But you can actually look into that and be able to say, okay, would this be a risk, type of thing that I want to take advantage of, right? And so that's some of the things that we've been looking into, and I've kind of wondered why does it drop off like that? But that's the reason why, is because sometimes whenever you're investing and going public, sometimes you're the second phase of the company where they've kind of made a lot of mistakes. And so it's good whenever you're choosing your IPO to make sure that you're choosing a company that you truly believe in, and you're not just choosing it based on speculation.
So Starbucks might be one.
Starbucks would be a good one.
Okay.
Because Starbucks
I know
has
we
a
mentioned Chick-fil-A.
bunch.
We mentioned
Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A
is
in the
not,
beginning.
but what I did do is I looked up the companies that had the largest IPOs in history, and Alibaba was one. That's $170, but you can invest in that now. American Insurance Group, AIG, that they raised 20 billion. That's $52 a share right now.
Wow.
Visa, everybody knows Visa. They raised 17 billion. That's $171 a share right now. General Motors, GM raised 18 billion. That's $38 a share right now. And then Facebook, they raised 16 billion. That's 188 shares right now. Yeah. Only 38. You hear me? So you're talking about one of the the most, prestigious motor companies in America. And it's not just domestically either. Internationally, that's $38 a share. So in different situations like that, you can get a share fairly cheap right now, fairly affordable, I'd say. It's not like it's really, out of the numbers, but you necessarily have to be an angel investor to be able to invest in things like that.
I remember a couple years ago, GM was trading like $4 a share.
Yeah, man.
GM?
Probably around the bailout.
When the bailout stuff happened.
Yeah.
All of them were trading very low. I mean, Ford was like at $3. GM was at $4. So yeah. But anyway, I digress. That's why I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, man. Bro, I looked up
Let me do this. Let me do the double take. What?
I looked up Chipotle. Chipotle is like $180, $200. Chipotle is trading at higher than Apple right now.
Wow.
If you remember, so Chipotle a couple of years ago also got bought by a company that. So when a company is doing really bad, so a company's doing really bad, there are companies, a venture capitalist company, that will come in and buy them and strip them for it. So they'll get rid of as much debt as possible, and then turn around and resell them. And so a couple of years ago, so Chipotle's in that phase now. And what they're doing is the venture capital company that bought them went in and said, we're going to close every unprofitable restaurant. We're going to get rid of every unprofitable thing that we can get rid of to streamline the company, and then we'll turn around and sell it. So what you'll see is a company like Chipotle that was trading, I want to say at one point at like $30-something.
Yeah.
That when they get bought out and all this happens, now you see what the stock price is, and then whenever that venture capital company comes along and finds other people who they want to buy it, they will sell their shares with their ownership in the company. And then, like Donelle said, you'll see the price drop a little bit, but they'll get their money out.
Yeah.
So if they think about it, they bought it at 30 and now it's at 130. That's $100 a share, and they probably own a good chunk of 50% of the company.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's how you make money. Really, in the stock market, money is made at the before the IPO phase, the pre-IPO. You talked about in the IPO phase, that's where a large chunk of money is made.
Yeah.
But you gotta have money to get into it.
I was gonna say, would it be something you can get in and get out of it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, because
if you think about it, people who invested in Uber, if you look at a company like Uber, when they invested, the people who did that when Uber first started raising money, that was maybe 10 years ago, and they're just now going public now. So people who they raised several rounds of money, and so you might have put in $1 million, and that $1 million stayed there, but then that $1 million turned into $6, $7, $10 billion during that process.
Right.
So it's not something you can get in and get out.
And get out of. Okay.
Yeah, man. There's something I was looking at. Are you familiar with? I think his name is Jason Morrison. Jay Morrison. Yeah, he has the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, and what they've done in Tulsa created an IPO, basically where a real estate fund they've created there to where they're actually pulling their money to keep from having gentrification in that location. So they actually have a fund that goes out and does urban development in Tulsa. And that was the first one that was created since Marcus Garvey. So I think it's interesting to be able to have this type of education because this is a way that you can create a fund
Yes.
to be able to pull your money in order to be able to expand. So it's not just with businesses, but also with real estate as well. That would be incredible to do something like that here, man.
That really would
phenomenal.
be.
They fought, they fought him on that too.
Oh yeah. Oh, they fought for years. And so
Wow. That'd be awesome. I need to put something together. We'll have to table that conversation.
Yeah, that would be incredible.
We have a lot of things that we're tabling conversations for you all. So you have to stay tuned with us because January is going to be explosive as we start planning for our next event for January. So we're definitely excited about that. But so stay tuned for that. And we may have to talk about this IPO with the real estate here in Oklahoma. That needs to be something that needs to be talked about. We got to do that.
Yeah, definitely look at Jay Morrison, man. He does a lot of amazing work, man. So I guess we can do a brief recap since we're at 24 minutes right now. So
yes.
See, week 1, we talked about a general overview. Go ahead and shoot, Winfred. General overview. Week 1.
What was week 1? Week 1 was
financial getting started. So we talked about the financial overview, looking at your bills, see how much money you have coming in versus the money you have going out. Try to see it's not about what you make, but it's about what you keep.
Yes.
We talked about assets. So we talked about the 401ks. 401ks is what you pay taxes on.
And the IRAs.
IRAs is free money. Whatever you put in there is yours to keep. Talked about life insurance. Make sure you have life insurance to protect your family. This is about creating generational wealth. So when you have life insurance, they both have benefits for those who are living. It can grow tax-free. For those who pass away, you set them up to be have some success ahead. Estate and will planning is to protect all of your assets that you've accumulated.
We talked about the difference of bonds last week.
Bonds. We talked about stocks.
Different bonds, different stocks.
Bonds is dead.
Preferred stock versus
common stock.
Common stocks, yes.
We talked about the different kind of bonds, municipal bonds versus corporate bonds.
Yes.
Treasury bonds.
Yes.
Letting Uncle Sam have some money. Right.
We talked about a lot of stuff. Oh my gosh, this last 4 weeks have been really explosive. It has.
Yeah, we have.
So you've got to go back and catch all the videos. You really have. And not to mention, that kind of rolls into our announcements. I mean, did you guys have anything else that you wanted to highlight as far as what we've shared for the last month? Out of all the materials that we've shared, where would a new beginner start?
I would say start with your vision. What is it that you want to achieve?
Now that's deep.
Start with your vision.
That's real. That's real though.
Having a vision has the capacity to really alter everything that you think you want to pursue, man. And so without a vision, you don't really have a distinct type of direction that you can have for your life. I think oftentimes we think that you have to be doing major things and it can become overwhelming. But something that I love about Warren Buffett, if you know about saving just small things, like I had this mentioned with you, some people are like, well, I need a bunch of money. I'm like, dude, you can get, there's penny stocks right now. Penny stocks that you can buy for 5 cents. And I can buy a penny stock for 5 cents. And if it doubles, if it goes up to 10 cents, that's 100% gain, right? Mm-hmm. And so you don't have to think big. Just think about small little tidbits that you can acquire because that stuff stacks up over time. And in your point, you can do that. So whenever you I showed you the stocks on Robinhood, I got 4 people that got free stocks. And I got a couple free stocks as well, just by them ordering and being able to take advantage of it. Whether it's $5 is something that you're not going to miss, but over time, like we mentioned with Chipotle, in a situation where they get bought out, your stock shoots all the way to $130 from, or even Ford, it's $38. But Winfred said he remembers when it was $4, right?
Wow.
And so that turns your money over 4, 5, 6 times, without you doing much work. So I would say definitely start with your vision. And we'll do this, Winfred. What we'll do is if you guys need help with that, definitely reach out to us. There's a lot of people that I sit down, I do financial overviews with them. You know, I sit down and I get their bills together. We try to figure out where we can cut costs. We try to figure out small investment vehicles where they can put money into it and they can start growing. So, so if you just starting off and you like,
I would say vision. And number 2 is you got to start with a budget.
Yeah.
You gotta have a budget.
Have a budget.
Every dollar you have now is currently going.
Man. And listen, each one of those dollars.
Statistics.
Mhm.
Statistic that says that people who budget typically have higher savings balances and higher wealth.
I believe that.
Than people who do not.
I believe that. It sounds crazy, but man, you're setting boundaries for yourself.
Yeah.
And you're setting a sense of habitual thinking. You're setting behaviors, and you're really being the dictator over and the steward over your life.
Mm-hmm.
It's important to have that. I think that it's a sense of power and authority when you know where your dollars are going and you're telling them where they need to go.
Right.
Versus having unconscious behaviors that's just going on and you're not really attentive to it. It's good to know.
In that cycle.
Yeah, that budget. Each one of your dollars are employees. And so believe it or not, man, they're going to work, whether you want to do it or not. But every single dollar that you're putting towards something, if it's doubling, they're going out and they're working for you versus you just working for your money. That's how you get to freedom.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
So
and then step 3 will be to get in contact with you guys for the rest of the steps. How about that?
That'd be good. Get in contact with us. We got your back.
So with that being said, Winfred, how can we get a hold of you in Chi-Town?
You can email me at themoneymentor1@gmail.com or hit me up on any of my social media at WinfredThurs.
And Donelle?
Donelle.cole@wealthwave.com or gmail.com. And man, hit me up on Facebook, DONELLECOLE.
And if you need a licensed realtor for the state of Oklahoma, look me up. I would love to work with you. So I am here in the metro area covering Edmond, Piedmont, Yukon, Mustang, Moore, Norman, Dale City, Midwest City, Jones, Choctaw. Come on around all into the city. So I just cover that much of our area. So stay tuned because we have got some things coming up that's going to impact you, empower you, as we want to see all of you become financially freedom in this world. We are not to be here to be in debt. We are here to enjoy our living, be living and not just existing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So while I'm talking about some real stuff, let me go and drop this daily motivator on you. How about that? When the price, you said what? Say it again, please.
Next Tuesday, so myself and Tiffany Green are hosting a free master class on how to self-publish a book and make money.
Woo!
Write books when they're not making money.
How much?
It's free $99.
Come on, man.
He said free $99. Can you share that link in the? Can you share that link off in this segment here? Because I definitely want to make sure I catch that.
Tuesday at what time?
I definitely will. Tuesday at 12 o'clock. If you can't make the class, it's fine. We'll keep it up in the private room for 24 hours. After that, if you want the class, you have to pay for it.
That's cool, man. Yeah.
I'm putting it on my calendar. Yeah, you count me in.
Yep. So when I publish my book here soon, I'll be able to have some more tools.
But it's always good. I've been told to write a book. Just start. Just write a book. Write a book. And it's really not that hard, guys. It's just you have an outline. Your life is a book. So you can start with you, who you are. So that's where I'm starting. So that should be encouragement. So today's daily motivator is when the price is paid. You cannot avoid paying the price in life. What you can do is choose how and when the price is paid, and that determines what you receive in return. Your best choice by far is to pay the price before you get the reward. You pay the price by filling your time with discipline, purpose-filled activities. Come on, and what you was just talking about, and you're rewarded with the outcome of your choice. In doing so, both the price you pay and the reward you receive are beneficial. Being productive is itself enjoyable and fulfilling, and the fruits of your labor can improve your life for years and decades. As much less desirable choices is to get the reward before you pay the price. The reward in this case is getting to spend a lot of time putting forth no effort, and the price you pay is to have your life filled with the regret for all that wasted time. Okay. In such a scenario, the value of the reward is not really that great, and it doesn't last. The price you end up. Sorry, I got somebody calling. So, and it still come through. All right, now somebody trying to get a hold of me. So I'll read that again. In such a scenario, the value of the reward is not really that great, and it doesn't last. The price you end up paying later, regret, is a terrible burden,
Mm.
one you'll have great trouble getting rid of.
Man.
Be eager always to pay the price before you obtain the reward. By doing so, you're sure to make the price much lower and the reward much greater.
Man.
That's deep. And considering the information you were just sharing about how we can just do small things, get a vision, get a vision. If you don't have a vision board, I challenge you. I have 2 vision boards, and we were just talking about doing another one, and I'm down to do a third one. So keep a vision board in front of you so that way you can stay motivated about your dreams, about your ambitions, about your goals. And I'll share this with you. There's nothing too big for God. So dream big, please. Dream big.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to end out with my thanking my sponsors. Yep. So I got to thank Morningstar Storage, Miss Kristen Harris, who's giving away 2 months free storage of any size unit. You'll get a roll of tape, cylinder lock, as well as some Morningstar totes. Got to thank Miss Sylvia Love for showing that love here in Oklahoma City with these butter cookies, and she has several flavors. You'll get a half dozen of your 2 choices of the butter cookies. I am remote live here in Edmond, so I got to thank my guys over at Social Solutions, the Boat Brothers. I call them Josh and Jack. But they are also giving away 1 hour free studio recording time right here where we are recording. And then, of course, turn it upside down, a 60-second promo video that's $1.99. And then, of course, we got to thank Miss Victoria Huggins. What is this upside down business? Got to thank Victoria Huggins for giving a 1 hour free massage, as well as Joy Poteet with her Enjoy skincare and hair care product line. We also got to thank the Geek Genius Academy for their trip for 2 to Las Vegas or Cancun. I have to thank you guys, the viewers, for tuning in.
Yeah, man.
Looks like my guy Winfred, my big brother Winfred, just posted that link for that book class next Tuesday. So if you are trying to get in a book, wanting to understand how to write a book and get paid to do it, you need to be clicking on that link and getting yourself registered. I know after this, I surely will be. Any closing remarks, guys?
Man, listen, you guys. I heard Denzel said, life is not created to make a living. It's created to make a difference. Please stop settling, you guys. I read the autobiography by Booker T. Washington, and this man had 56 trades before he died. Created an institution, and the beauty is this, man. The value that you have is only created when you make yourself a valuable individual, all right? A lot of us are really, they're just unfulfilled in the lives that we're living. We're unfulfilled with the jobs that we're living in. Every day presents an opportunity for you to be able to just increase your skills and try something new, man. And the bad thing about it that I notice is that a majority of us are at work. We're watching time go by, right? We're just hoping. Some of us clock in. We're like, dang, I'm ready to go home already, right? And so, but then we like, dude, life is short. You don't know how much time you got. So don't invest your life hoping that this thing just goes by so you can get off, to not be intentional about the things that truly drive your enthusiasm for living. All right? I'm your motivational speaker, Donelle Cole.
Ain't that it? Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. We all got to have a little bit of that. You hear what I'm saying?
So go out and do it, man. You guys have more than enough potential to achieve everything you could ever dream of, and it's waiting for you.
Yes. Winfred, you got some good nuggets you can drop on us? You said get started.
For real.
Get started. That's what he said.
That's it. Get started. That's it.
All right. Now, I will not be hosting Neighborhood Jams Live next Thursday, as it is the 4th of July. So I hope that you all have a safe 4th of July, celebrating your independence. Thank you for all of those who have served. Oh, my goodness. You guys are a mess. But make sure you tune in to me on Monday, July 1st, as I'm doing the drawings for everyone who has shared the entire month of June's Neighborhood Jams videos. So if you haven't shared, go back to my Facebook page, share, tag me. And then by this Monday, we're going to be doing drawings for all the sponsors that have provided donations of items. So thank you so much. Next time on Neighborhood Jams, make sure you tune in. If you have been dreaming about a brand new home being built from the ground up, you don't want to miss this episode. I'm going to be jamming live with my young lady, Miss Athena Captain from Turner & Sons, and she's going to be joining me live right here on Neighborhood Jams Live on Thursday, July the 11th. At 2:30 p.m. So you don't want to miss that if you are in the market building a brand new home. So this is your girl. I'm Sunny Pouncil. Got my co-hosts riding out with me today. My big brother Donelle Cole.
All right.
And Miss Winfred Cole, Miss Winfred Burns up in Chicago, Chi-Town. And so we thank you guys for tuning in. And until then, you guys be safe. And we love you. And we're gonna jam on out of here. Let's get back to our summer barbecue mix. How about that? I wish I could find that shuffle so I can see y'all doing some shuffle.
All right, man. Keep the shuffle, make it feel like you got that down.
Cupid shuffle?
Yeah. I be posted like, as soon as when this Cupid shuffle come on, bro, I'm about to kill him. I'm about to kill him, bro. Hey, ready. That and that big girl, back it up. I'm like, I'm about to kill it, bro.
Oh, yeah, I know
ready.
this song
I'm
you talking
telling you,
about.
big girl, going back it up. Hey,
Go
going
back it up.
up.
Hey, yeah.
As long as I can remember the steps, I'm good. I'm like, okay. Hey, wobble, baby, wobble, baby. That's it is, wobble.
Oh my God.
Get in there.
You guys are hilarious. I love it. I love
Get
it.
in there.
I love it. Well, we out, you guys. Y'all
Y'all
have
be
a good
good,
Thursday, a good week. See me Monday as I'm doing drawings, and then see me back here next Thursday, July the 11th, and we'll talk about new build homes. You guys be safe, be peaceful, and we love and we out. That is funny. He said, big girl.
What's your name, girl? Can I mother put love in your world? I can see you and me on the same sheets. You might as well get deep. What's your name, girl? Do you feel what I feel when you smile, girl? Oh my, I like your style, girl. You might as well get deep with me. Don't mean to sound too hasty, but I want to know your name. I cover you hopelessly, baby, and it's driving me insane. I got to have you as my lady, and I'm not trying to run no game. And I wouldn't leave you if they paid me. And I know you feel the same. What's your name, girl? Can I mother put love in your world? I can see you and me on the same sheets. Might as well get deep. What's your name, girl? Do you feel what I feel when you smile, girl? Oh my, I like your style, girl.
Oh, hey, I was going to say, I used that to get hung up on, girl. Because I was supposed to say, whoa, wait a minute, who is this? Girl, because you know I've been getting calls from automated people all day long. I'm like, if you don't get off the call on my telephone phone, so yeah, I was like, and he said, hi. I was like, oh, I'm just hang up. So what do we have closing instructions or what are we doing? Oh. What are they doing to me? Okay. Okay, let me see if I can. Well, you know I'm all about it because I can't call the Weavers and tell them that we ain't closing tomorrow. That's just open up a whole nother issue. Well, let me see what I can't do because you know I'm all about that. Oh.